The division between offline and online marketing has vanished. We have moved into a single integrated environment where the physical and digital worlds are indistinguishable. This is blended marketing. In this landscape, technology serves as the connective tissue for a single, fluid customer journey. To the consumer, your brand must appear as a lone, unified entity, regardless of whether they are clicking a link or walking through a door. Many brands respond to this convergence by blindly adopting every available AI tool to keep up with trends. This uncoordinated rush creates severe ad fatigue and leaves consumers feeling disconnected from the brands they once trusted. High-speed tools cannot replace foundational goals. Long-term profitability and brand loyalty still require a precise strategy, even if the tools to reach them change. To manage this technological complexity, we use the SawStack framework. It is a methodological blueprint designed to transform raw innovation into a structured, measurable business process. Success in the modern market requires moving past the trial and error of isolated tools. You must build an integrated, frictionless engine. That engine begins with Phase S, situation analysis. Reporting a drop in click-through rates is just a starting point. A true diagnosis requires finding the root cause of why a message no longer resonates with the audience. This Ishikawa or fishbone diagram isolates these variables, forcing teams to identify if failures stem from outdated technology, inefficient processes, or messaging. Simultaneously, you must monitor weak signals, subtle market shifts indicating changes in competitor behavior or consumer values. Intel used this approach to maintain their market lead. By identifying a weak signal from competitors making low-cost clones, they accelerated their own development timeline, launching the 386, 486, and Pentium chips in a rapid sequence that left their competition behind. When you start with a deep, honest diagnosis, your business goals stop being vague desires and become actionable targets. Phase O defines your objectives. In Marketing 5.0, these targets go beyond sales volume to include visual, auditory, and haptic experiences. You're defining the aesthetic and the tone of voice that the customer will encounter in every digital interaction. Phase S is the strategy used to achieve those objectives. This involves creative imaging, projecting vanguard scenarios where technology is used to remove physical friction. Ask the what-if questions. What would happen if your brand used a digital twin in the metaverse to let customers touch a product before it even exists in the physical world? A strategy that prioritizes the human experience determines which technology you actually need, preventing the brand from becoming a slave to the latest trend. Phase T, tactics, is where AI finds its purpose as a predictive digital concierge. It analyzes behavioral patterns to anticipate user needs in real time, ensuring that every offer is personalized to the individual's current journey. This concierge model requires a strict ethical boundary. Legitimate persuasion delivers value, whereas manipulation exploits vulnerabilities, destroying brand equity. Next, to manage these tactics, Phase A uses a 7x7 grid to rank ideas by viability and impact, ensuring teams execute the most effective tasks first. Finally, Phase C, control, monitors the execution. A force field analysis allows you to identify the internal resistance holding a project back and the positive forces pushing it forward. FedEx used this level of control to solve a massive mini-sort issue. By identifying systemic resistance and streamlining their staffing, they reduced package sorting times from an hour to 38 minutes, which saved the company over $900,000 in 18 months. Creative innovation only generates monetary value when it is anchored by this kind of rigid, process-driven discipline. To ensure your brand is ready for this new era, you must perform a stress test called assumption reversal. Consider the survival of your business if you suddenly lost access to every piece of customer data you own. If your value proposition cannot survive on truth and shared values alone, your connection to the market is merely technical noise. Loyalty is built on the empathy and intuition that data points can never fully replicate. AI can process millions of patterns, but it cannot imagine a future or feel empathy for a customer's problem. Those are human traits, and they are the irreplaceable core of any successful marketing strategy. Using the SOSTAC framework to govern your technology ensures that your data use remains honest and ethical. By prioritizing the human connection, you achieve the radical transparency that modern consumers demand, proving that technology must always serve humanity, not master it.